Hi guys, welcome to today's episode. Today, let's talk about the movie Monica. I am sure most people have watched it, but if you have not watched it, please go and watch it. It is a movie by Uche Montana, and she also played the lead in that movie. First, let's talk about red flags. We always talk about red flag when it comes to relationship, friendship, every other thing except our own parents. Do you guys know that some of our parents are moving red flags? And some of you would think that it's just a storyline, it's just another movie. It's not just another movie. After watching that movie, I was discussing with one of my friends and I was like, have you watched this movie called Monica? And I tried to explain the movie to her and she was like, that is my life right there. My life is even more complicated than that movie. Like sometimes she told me, sometimes I feel like writing a script about my life and giving it to somebody to produce. And I'm thinking, how on earth will a mother treat her first child like that? See, someone who made you a mother, someone who was your womb opener, someone who made everyone called you a mother. For me, my first child is a model. Model means a design for others to copy. If she has to see the moon, she will be the first to see the moon. If anyone has to see the stars, she will be the first to see the stars, and every other one will follow suit. How can I ever let my first child lag behind and tell her that she should wait for her younger ones to go? She should sacrifice for her younger ones to go. Why is it that the first child will be the one to do the most sacrifice? And that also opened my eyes to see that sometimes we label our first child so much without even us knowing. Child labor is something that starts from your own parents. A lot of first child have gone through so much from the hands of their parents. It looks like they are the other parents that no one, or they are the silent parents that no one really talks about. There was a part where the mother was saying that if you go and marry, who are you leaving the responsibility for? Why will your child share the responsibility of being a parent with you? How? Like, oh God, this also opened my eyes that parents can also use their children. And in this movie, for the first time, I will say that I give kudos to those kids that are really stubborn. Sometimes you need to break free from the chains of your own parents. Sometimes you don't have to lose yourself just because you want to please somebody. And I feel like the kids that are most kind, most calm, most responsible are always being taken advantage of by their parents, because once you start giving, they make you feel so guilty that you don't want to stop giving. Before you give to anyone, and I mean anyone, be it your parents, be it your siblings, be it your wife, be it your husband, be it your children, make sure that your cup is full first. And whatever pours out of your cup is what you're going to give to others. And there's this thing that the mother says in that movie that really, really resonates with me, or that really, really opened my eyes. The mother said, when I asked you not to marry that man, did you fight? Did you run away with that? Did you run away with the man? That is what other kids would do. And I'm like, so a child respecting you, a child wanting to please you, is also her own fault. I don't know. She was like, I didn't force you to be here. I didn't ask you to do all of the sacrifice. I asked, you can as well refuse. That's what I understood. Like, if I ask you to do something, you have the right to refuse. My heart goes out to all those kids that never had the guts to fight their parents. I never had the guts to say no to their parents. They never had the guts to break free from the chains of their parents. My heart goes out to them. And for some reason, like I said earlier, the kindest child, the most humble child, the most responsible child is always taken for granted. The love always goes to that child that is rebellious, because why is Monica being taken for granted in that movie? I don't even want to talk about the father, because I felt like he was the cause of all the problem in that movie. Whatever happened to Monica, he was the cause of the problem. And I always say this, right? And whenever I say this, people will look at me in a certain way. There is no way I am going to marry a man that is not responsible, that is not financially capable, that does not know what family is, that does not know what being a head of a family is, that does not know what it means to lead. Because I felt like that man lacked all of that, so he left all the decision making to his wife. Because why on earth are you saying, it's like he was practically taking permission from his wife whenever he wants to do anything. And why wasn't he even comfortable letting his wife put their first daughter's priorities away, let her wait so that the others can go? Why is she the one to wait? I really did not blame Monica, because if you are a child that is really humble, really loving, really caring, and also waiting for validation and love from your parents, trust me, you will do this mistake that she did over and over and over again. And I just want to also say thank you to Uche Montana for opening our eyes to see the danger. I'm talking about being on the side of being a parent, from opening our eyes to see the danger of always letting your first daughter take responsibility for everything, even their younger ones. That is not her responsibility. That is not his responsibility. If your first child is a man or is a woman, they are not responsible for their younger ones. They are not responsible for anyone in their family. They are also a child that also need your love and attention. Like I said, my first child is a model. If any child wants to see the sun, she will be the first person to see the sun. If any child has to see the moon, she will be the first person to see the moon. I will give everything to make sure that she leads it with example. Another thing that I also learned from the movie is that sometimes we are also really making this mistake carelessly by always calling our first child to do everything in the house. Oh, do this, do that, do this, without really also engaging the younger ones. Being responsible. Charity starts from home, they always say. So whenever you are, as a mother or as a father out there, whenever there's anything to be done at home, please make sure to share it equally with all the kids that are grown enough to do domestic chores. Even when they are not grown enough, give them what is age appropriate for them to do. Don't put all the burden on the first child. I have a friend who is living in this pain and this trauma, and when she explained her growing up to me, and I was like, I don't know, I didn't know what to think. It was all kind of emotions. Like I was thinking, do a mother, I would have said it's a movie, but when I have someone telling me face to face, this is my story is even worse than this story. And every day I am waiting for my mom to validate me. Even up till date, 20 years later, I'm still waiting for my mom to validate me. 25 years later, I'm still waiting for my mom to validate me, to really see what I am worth. How can you not see the worth of your own child? Your womb opener, the one that made everyone call you a mom. Like, how? For any young child out there, be it a boy, be it a girl, please, no one is worth you sacrificing everything for. No one is worth you pausing everything for. No one, like I said, no one, because they will never value you. They will never, people value the things they do not have access to. People value the things that is hard for them to reach. When once you give yourself out to people, when once you make yourself accessible, when once you make yourself a sacrificial lamb to people, no one ever values you. So sometimes it's okay for you to be selfish. Sometimes it's okay for you to say, I come first. Sometimes it's okay for you to go build yourself before coming out or coming back to help anyone. Please, parents, stop child labor. Please, parents, show your children love. Please, parents, your first child is not responsible for anything that you are going through. Be it the bad decision to marry a weak man, be it the bad decision to marry an irresponsible man, be it a bad decision to marry a man that does not know what family is, be it a bad decision to end up with, I don't know, whatever it is, your child is not responsible for that trauma. So do not bleed on your children, let alone your first child. And please, if you have not watched the movie, go and watch the movie and let us have a conversation in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next episode.